going, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to this game that I don't know anything about. Thank you to big shout out to Dapple for like getting the word out on this stream. Man, I guess this fandom is dedicated. But yeah, this is a new game that we're gonna be playing on the channel. I really don't know how to introduce it because I don't know anything about it. All I know is that it's an anime game, and it's got plot, and I think people die, and puzzles. Yes, it has puzzles. Excuse me. Beyond that, not a clue. Not a goddamn clue. But hey, that makes it fun, right? That makes it fun. So, I guess without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah, let's do that. This is the first time I've actually opened up the game, so let's see. Oh, get out of here, capture card. Go home, capture card. Yeah, you go. Little guy stays. And let's see what this game looks like. Oh, I need to connect to Steam, my bad. I am playing the Steam version of this game, if anybody is curious, because Steam Summer Sale. Oh, I have 2 new items in my inventory. Oh, performing first time setup. Good. It's installing the thing that's already installed. That's real good. I love when games do that. I'm gonna test an audio setting while my pooter does something stupid. Does this sound weird? Let me know if this sounds weird. Does it still sound weird? Actually, no, it doesn't sound weird this time. Let's go with it for a little bit. Wow, I actually can use the noise suppression. Imagine that, because sometimes... Yeah, sometimes that feature doesn't work very well, but I guess XSplit had an update that actually, like, fucking fixed it. .999 port has voice acting, but you do lose some of the cool DS things that the original does. Okay, I guess that's fine. I mean, you lose a second screen, like, that's gonna happen, right? Like, I guess that makes sense. I hope you're enjoying this completely black screen. Like, that's kind of cool. Are you done, Steam? Are you gonna let me play the goddamn video game that I purchased with my monies? Also, Dapple, I didn't get the chance to thank you. Oh God. Okay, so it opened up this, which I wasn't expecting. Like, here, I'll actually show this. Like, this is what I'm looking at right now, and I kind of wasn't expecting that. I guess that's the Steam. That's what you get with Steam. Okay, so let me look through this. Video options. I'll use keyboard and mouse. I'm fine with that. Resolution. Let's give it the best resolution. We'll do borderless. And all that. Yeah, all that's good. And then, not Virtue's Last Reward. We're doing 9 hours, 9 days, 9 doors. 9 waifus. And you should see the game soon. Oh, I actually know. Hold on. I apologize out of the gate if this is loud. Okay, it's not. There it goes. Ah! Let's turn that down a little bit. Is that a little bit better? Spoken language, Japanese. No. Skip text off. Cursor speed is... Cursor speed can be normal. Let's go back. I was told to put it in novel mode, which I don't see as an option here. So is it somewhere else, Dapple? You'll do that in game? Okay. Let's get started. No data. SubSeed doll, you're gonna have to go up here. You're gonna have to go on the ceiling today because there's gonna be text. This game is fiction. All characters, names, and incidents portrayed in this production are fictitious. There are two modes of play, novel and adventure. You can switch in and out of each interchangeably. What is the difference, out of curiosity? Is it actually going to tell me? And like I said, I don't know anything about this game. Not a clue. 9. 8. Oh, wait, no. That seems bad. Are we gonna explode? What do I feel like we're gonna explode? Is that an accurate assessment? Did we explode? I think we explode. Adventure is pure visual novel mode and cuts out the narration. Oh no, I want the narration. Okay. Good intel. A loud noise startled Junpei awake, and his eyes snapped open. He has unlocked the power of Persona.
What the?
Is that Liam O'Brien? As they adjusted to the light, he realized that he didn't recognize his surroundings. Oh god. With a crack, Junpei's head connected with something metal. He rolled over and threw out his hand to steady himself, but he found himself groping at empty air.
Whoa!
Whoa! His balance lost, and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on, Junpei tumbled down the cold gray floor.
Ouch! God damn it! Ah, what the hell? A bed?
A bed?
I fell pretty far. That really hurt. Damn, my eyesight's kind of blurry. Must have hit my head.
Click on the top right icon. Okay. Ah, I see what you mean.
Wait. That's not it.
Am I dropping frames a little bit on the, does it seem a little framey to you? At first, he thought the tremor that ran through his legs was just another effect of his rude awakening, but as he looked around, he realized it was real. The whole room was shaking. The game's just like that?
Earthquake. But it's shaking too fast for that.
See, when I move my cursor, it gets, like, really framey. I feel like I'm gonna crash the game. Then again, Junpei had no idea what it was, if not an earthquake.
Anyway.
Junpei rubbed the growing bump on his head and gingerly climbed to his feet. His balance regained, he finally took his first good look around the room. And muttered to himself,
Where am I?
His pain momentarily forgotten in the face of the minutes. Minutes passed while Junpei struggled to get his bearings. Then suddenly, as they had begun, the tremor ceased.
Wait, it stopped?
A cold silence fell over the room. Am I gonna get jump scared? From somewhere far away, Junpei could hear the sound of metal squeaking.
What's that sound?
In an attempt to distract himself, Junpei looked around the room once more. There was a stove that looked more antique than functional. The 3-level bunk bed had mattresses that were so thin that they were little more than blankets. 5. On the other side of the room was an identical bed, and set in the wall between the beds was a slightly dirty iron door.
That's...
The first thing Jinping noticed about the door was the number roughly emblazoned across it. On the surface of the door, in red paint, someone had written 5.
5? What's this 5 mean?
That's the number that comes after 4 and before 6, Junpei. God. Suspicious and still utterly confused, Junpei approached the door slowly. Standing at last in front of the door, Junpei grabbed hold of the L-shaped handle. A push yielded no movement, and a pull the same result.
It won't open.
It didn't matter how much he pushed and shoved. The handle wouldn't budge. Next to the door was an odd-looking device that reminded Junpei of a card reader.
What's this? Is this keeping the door shut?
Junpei knocked hard on the door. Oh god, flashing.
Hey! Hello? Is anyone there? Open the door!
There was no response. I'm gonna try something on this end, on my end over here. I'm gonna do this and see if this fixes the frame issue that I am having. Yeah, it seems to work. Junpei threw his left fist into the door. Until I'm proven differently, this is Persona Junpei. And stopped.
Huh? What the hell is this?
He wasn't really sure what else to say. On his left wrist was a bracelet of a sort he'd never seen before. In the center was a large LCD display.
A watch? It doesn't look like one. 5. That's the same as the door.
True, the numbers were the same, but he had no idea what that might mean. All he knew was that it was strange and new, and he wanted it off. Junpei flipped his hand over as if to remove a watch, but...
What? How do I take this off?
The other side of the bracelet was solid. No buckle, no clasp, nothing. He sighed and flipped the thing back over. There were a number of rivets around the rim. Perhaps...
Maybe pushing something on this will work?
He pushed them, but nothing happened. On a watch, they might be dials for adjusting date or time, but on this bracelet, they did nothing.
Nothing. Damn. Guess I'll have to force it off.
Growing more desperate, he began to tug at it. However...
No good. This stupid thing won't come off.
A steel ring ran from the face around Junpei's wrist and back to the face. He wouldn't be pulling on the bracelet off anytime soon.
What the hell
Anytime
is
in the near
the
future.
deal with this thing?
Frustration and desperation were beginning to mix as the reality of the situation began to fully dawn on Junpei. So much was happening, and none of it made sense. Junpei felt as though he were about to explode. Uh-oh!
Where am I? And why the hell am I here? Why? What the hell happened to me?
Oh god,
My head.
Pain bloomed, but he did his best to shake it off. He raised his head.
Huh.
It was at that moment he noticed the window.
This is...
The window was round, rimmed in riveted brass, like a window from an early 20th century ship.
Hold on. Am I on a ship?
Junpei walked slowly toward the window. He could see nothing. Beyond it, but thick, impenetrable darkness.
I can't see anything. If only it wasn't so dark outside.
Junpei squinted, trying to see something. Anything. It was at that moment.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
What the? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What the hell is going on here?
Uh-oh. A crack split the glass of the window, and for a moment, Junpei stared at it. Then, the window burst, and water began to pour into the room.
What the hell? God damn it!
Junpei yelled and spun around. His feet slipping on the water already coming through the window, he ran for the door.
Hey! Anyone! Is anyone there? Come on, if you're there, say something!
There was no reply. As Junpei screamed and pounded on the door, the water began to rise. It was now ankle-deep on the floor and rising quickly towards his knees.
It's not stopping. Not good. Not good at all. I need to find a way out, and fast.
Junpei ran a hand across his forehead, brushing the sweat out of his eyes, and looked around the room. Okay, am I playing? That's me! Seek a way out! Okay. Can I save at any point? Operations during an escape. During an escape, you're restricted to an area. Your goal, search around to uncover how to unlock the door. There are items and hints in the room that will help you escape. Click on a location you find suspicious to search the room. Use Q or E to move around the room. Can I save at any point? I just want to see something. I'm gonna save quick. I'm going to restart the game. Actually, this is gonna sound... This puzzle is fresh in my brain because they literally stuck it in as an Easter egg. That's hilarious. Let me, I need to restart the game because I'm getting, like, kind of a frame rate issue. Every time I, like, move my cursor, the game kind of lags, and I'm not a fan of that. So I'm gonna see if I can fix that. What if I do full screen? And, I guess I could turn on VSync, and I'll turn on that. Wait, hold on. All right, let's try that again. The port is definitely not perfect. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. If that's what it is, that's what it is. We will figure it out. And this is why I should test things ahead of time. We get to see my desktop background. I love this background. It's great. Yeah, if I move my cursor around, it kind of lags the game a little bit. Like, as I'm moving my cursor, it lags. I'm not a fan of that. Click on this. About items. Once you have tamed an item, you'll be able to go to the item screen. Clicking item on the top left will take you to the item screen. Note from a bulletin board. Okay. Investigate with an item. The item visible on the lower left is the item currently in hand. When you close the item screen, the last selected item will be in hand. If you hold an item while investigating the room, you will trigger a reaction. I have a better idea of how to fix this. Got a better idea. If my cursor is causing problems, let's use a controller. Because it can do that. And if the DS can support a controller, or, well, if it can support a piece there, if it can support the DS, then it can support this. Bloop. You get to see all my games. I'm gonna also give a quick Google search. Nonary games lag while moving cursor. We're playing on Steam. Hold on just a second. Just click on everything? Okay. Alright, we're gonna try with a, do the gamepad. Okay. Alright. Let's see if this works. Aha! There's a 10-9. Whoa. Okay. Investigate with an item. The item visible on the lower left is the item currently in hand. When you close the item screen, the last selected item will be in hand. If you hold an item while investigating the room, you may trigger a reaction. Try switching out items in hand and search different places. Okay. Can I... Looks like pulling on the lever just makes a weird noise. Great. The light's still red and the display hasn't changed. Damn it, why the hell isn't this thing opening? It's gotta... Am I actually timed here? Oh. A small red key.
I should probably hold on to this key. What's
up
with my face? I look like a zombie. Man, what the hell happened to me? How did I end up here? I left work, headed back to my apartment, and...
Flashback time!
I'm back. Not like anyone will respond.
It was past midnight when he came home. Junpei shuffled up the stairs and he opened the door to apartment 201. Inside was his apartment. A small one-bedroom affair that ran him about $630 a month. That's not bad, dude. That's not bad. He moved into it when he entered college, and so far he'd been there for 3 years and 7 months. He stepped inside and turned on the lights. The fluorescent lights on the ceiling blinked and flickered slowly to life, as if waking from a deep slumber.
Man, work was rough today.
Oh, just 1 second. Their cold light illuminated the landscape he'd come home to so many times before. Everything was as he'd left it. The magazines piled up in the corner, the textbooks collecting dust, the CD cases covering the floor, the jeans and t-shirt he'd worn the day before, then tossed onto the floor. There's one thing that didn't belong, however. The serial killer in the corner.
A breeze.
The white curtain framing his window swayed gently in the cold wind.
Huh, that's weird. Did I leave that open?
Junpei walked toward the window, trying to remember if he'd closed it or not before he left. One of the panes was hanging open. He stuck his head out and looked around.
Everything looks okay. I must have forgotten to close it.
Close the window. Then it happened. Hello.
What?
Junpei turned and found himself face to mask with a man dressed in all black. The man wore a deep hood and a bulky gas mask. His face was entirely hidden. Suddenly, he couldn't finish. Junpei tried to yell, but all he could manage was a strangled croak. Why?
I can't.
Why? Junpei collapsed to the floor, a crumpled heap of limbs like a discarded puppet. Oh. Too late, he noticed the white smoke that was quickly filling his apartment. A small object, slaked distressingly like a grenade, sat on the floor in front of his face, hissing. The white smoke poured out of it at an incredible rate. The smoke had grown so thick that the details of Junpei's apartment began to fade into the white haze. He could feel his mind begin to fade as well, a white haze that was not the smoke creeping into the edges of his vision. And then he fucking died.
Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen.
A rasping voice wormed its way out of the gas mask. It was cold and harsh and distorted in some way Junpei couldn't put his finger on.
You are going to participate in a game.
Oh, so it's just Saw. Okay.
The memory game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
That was the last thing Junpei remembered. The white smoke overpowered him. The masked man faded from his vision, and he felt his consciousness fall away into the white mist.
That's right. That guy with the gas mask. That son of a bitch must have taken me here. When I get my hands on him...
He ground his teeth in frustration and strained to remember anything about his attacker's figure.
Well, I guess there's no way to know if that was a man or not.
Glad you could be sex positive in this situation, Junpei. Good job. Even though you're gonna drown as you think about this. The voice had been cold and mechanical, likely passing through a voice changer, and the body had been covered in a thick cloak.
Just who was that? They said, you have been chosen.
What it might mean, that was beyond him.
What the hell is going on? Why me?
There was only one thing from his memory that seemed important.
You are going to participate in a game. The memory game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
No, I'm pretty sure you put my life on the line.
Huh. What the hell is a nonary game? God damn it!
You're drowning! With a yell, Junpei drove his fist into the mirror. Click on everything. Open. Screwdriver. Ooh. Okay, oh wait, can I open this? Number on the dial is 0101. I guess I need to put the key in the keyhole before I can enter any numbers in the dial. Okay. Okay. Can I look at this? Picture frame. Aha! I will combine it with screwdriver. Picture of a cruise liner. Oh, there's shit on the back. Okay. Now, wait. Okay, so. So that's gonna be 7, 4, 6, 5? 7, 4, 6, 5? I got it. Does this open? Yes, it does. Ah, this is a red one. Minigames. During an escape, your investigation may trigger one of several minigames. All operations of the minigame are done using left stick and A. Some minigames will require you to manipulate something, while others required you to apply the right object or press the right thing. Operation instructions. Pressing the dial will cause it to move to the next number. Enter 4 numbers this way, then press the key. If numbers are correct, it will open. It will unlock. Let's just go back. I don't really know yet. Ah, nope, hit B. Okay, so item. So the red numbers are 7 and 4, but I only have 2 numbers. Nothing up top. Does Teapot have anything? Aha! There's a key. Okay, So I only knows 2 of what. You know what? Let's just. What's the harm in just trying? What's the harm in just trying the numbers, right? Oh God. So it's 7, 4, 6, 7, 4, 6, 3. Right? Yeah, 7, 4, 6, 3. I'm not optimistic that this will work. Yeah, I understand. Like, okay. Maybe the mirror. Maybe I can do something with the mirror. So there's a 5 in red. So that's gonna be a number as well, right? There's one more to find. Okay. towel next to the sink. Click on stuff. What is red? What is red? Already looked in there. Well, I mean, I could just use process of elimination here. So, like, I could just do this, because I noticed that the last digit only goes up to 5. So I could just do 7, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then... There you go, I did it. I unlocked it. Where was the 8 supposed to be? Stack of red key cards. Wait, was that not the way I was supposed to do that? Is that not the way I'm supposed to do it? What? Like, I'm just gonna sit there and try to figure it out. Like, I knew 3 of the digits, I just had to guess the last one. It's a 1 in 10 chance. Like, why the fuck not would I do that? Like... Alright. So where's the 8 then? Can I look up? I don't know where else. Check the other beds? Okay. Oh, alright. Ah! Okay, so this one is... Okay, so they're gonna be... It's 0, 2, 6, 3. 0, 2, 6, 3. Zero, 2. Yay! Give me that. File screen. If you information contained in them will be available on the file screen. Press bleh to open a file screen. Digital root. Let's see here. Compute a digital root with the following steps. First, add all the numbers in question to one another. If you end up with something greater than a single-digit number, add the digits to another. For instance, if you have a double-digit number, add the number in the tens place to the number in the ones place. Keep adding digits in this manner until you have a single-digit answer. That final single digit is your digital root. The digital root of 6, 7, 8 would be 3. Yeah, therefore the digital root is 3. And the root of 1, 2, 3, 4 would be 1. Okay. Okay, so I just need to do something that is... I got a calculator on my fucking computer. I don't need you. So I just need to do I just need to create a digital root that's 5? Is that what I need to do? I probably have to combine them. Yeah, I have to get a digital root of 5. Yeah. Yeah, so I just need to pick 3 numbers that have a digital root of 5. That's it. Yeah, that's super easy. So... digital root of 5, so... That'd be 9 plus 15. But yeah. I picked the wrong numbers. God damn it. Hard, yes. All right, I think this is gonna work. Here we go. That's a new noise, huh? Did it just unlock? Oh, it's red, now it's blue. No doubt about it. There's nothing keeping me in here. Now, time to go. I did it. I did it. You found it. Yay. Yay. I didn't die. That's good. Accompanied by a wall of angry water, Junpei shot out of the room and into the opposing wall.
Ow!
The water tossed and turned him like a washing machine, and he only stopped rolling when he hit his head on the wall.
Wait. Whew. That felt too much like being flushed down a toilet. Damn.
Hey, Junpei, why do you know what that's like? Junpei struggled to his feet in the still rushing water.
Well, better than drowning, I guess. Am I in a hallway?
No, it would appear so. The water that had followed him out of the room was rapidly pouring out of the door, and it flowed quickly down the hallway and slammed into the foot of the short flight of stairs.
Oh.
Just 5 steps, in fact. On the top of the short staircase...
A door. Another door. Damn this water. Ugh. Let me go.
Junpei leapt up the stairs straight for the door. But it didn't open.
Yes, it opened.
Oh, wow. The door burst open, and Junpei exploded out of it, only to freeze in his tracks. What other possible response could there have been to what he saw?
What? What the hell?
His voice trailed off, and all he could do was stare. A polished floor stretched out before him, ornate staircases rising up from the edges, each one of them equidistant from the other. The stairs and pillars were solid wood, and Art Nouveau embellishments and decorations covered the wall and pillars. It looked like nothing so much as the entrance to a luxurious mansion from the early 1900s.
This is the inside of a ship?
Junpei couldn't help but wonder.
Well...
Water quickly filling the hallway behind him, suggesting that yes, he was. As he looked, a fresh wave rolled out of the room he'd been in, gathering speed as it moved towards the stairs.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is totally, Wait, what the hell? A wave? Oh, shit! Shit! Okay, I gotta get out of here.
Junpei spun around, his wet shoes squeaking in protest on the polished floor, and ran towards the tremendous staircase in front of him. C-deck!
C-deck! B-deck! Hurry! Hurry!
As he ran, he glanced quickly at the plates mounted on the wall, denoting the decks of the ship.
A-deck's next!
He took the stairs two at a time, not entirely sure where he would find himself. Just as he began to wonder where, in fact, the stairs did lead.
What?
Junpei saw another person out of the corner of his eye.
People!
He stopped short, nearly tripping over the next stair, and looked. It wasn't just one person he'd seen. On the landing to the left of the stairs, there were 4 people staring at him. On the right side, 3 more.
A lot of people.
All told, there were 7 of them. It looked as though they had been on their way down the stairs. They stopped short when they saw Junpei, their eyes wide. He'd done the same, of course, and now they stood there staring at one another. Junpei didn't move, one foot placed awkwardly on the next step in the middle of a stride. Who were these people? The entire interaction lasted only a matter of seconds. The woman spoke to Junpei, and time began to move again.
I guess it's another one of us now.
Oh, hello. Dancer.
A dancer?
The woman was dressed, Junpei thought, rather like a dancer. Her clothes covered very little, and her prodigious jewelry little more.
No, I'm not. You better get moving.
Okay. With no further ceremony, she ran straight past Junpei and towards the doors behind him.
Okay then.
The sudden proximity of a woman with such striking assets left Junpei momentarily stunned. But the others wasted no time and quickly followed the strange woman.
Silver hair?
Eh? The first to pass Junpei was a young man with silver hair. He threw a quick glance at Junpei's direction as he ran, muttering,
One of us, huh? What? Nothing.
Following him was an older man, his face calm and without fear. Soft wrinkles sprouted from his eyes, and he came close as he passed for... Soft wrinkles sprouted from his eyes, and he came close enough as he passed for Junpei to see wisps of gray in his hair. His composure and shock of hair struck Junpei as rather like that of an elderly lion.
Going up won't do you any good. There are 2 doors, but neither of them will open.
Wait, hold on. The doors won't open?
Next to speak to Junpei was a girl with pink hair and a high voice.
Come on! Aren't you coming? You gotta hurry!
Her small hand was wrapped around the wrist of another man. His eyes were closed, almost as though he were sleeping. His features were graceful, almost serene, and he was dressed rather elegantly for someone his age. Something about his posture seemed very refined, and Junpei couldn't help feeling he was noble and dignified somehow. He'd certainly never seen one, but this man seemed like what Junpei had always imagined a prince would be like.
That's 9 of us then. All of the cards are in hand.
Where's 9 then? What does that mean? Junpei opened his mouth to ask what the other man had meant, but the girl with pink hair rushed past him.
Wait! They're gone. Just what is going on? There's an old man like a lion, a girl with pink hair, and a prince, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
He turned just in time to see 2 more people running toward him. One of them had hair like a bird's nest, and looked as though a stiff breeze might topple him. And the other was a veritable mountain of a man.
Huh?
Hi. That's how I greet people.
Ah.
The scrawny one scuttled past Junpei as though he were running from something.
What's that all about?
Hey! What the hell are you just standing there for? Didn't you hear him?
I'm going to turn down the, never mind, I can't do that.
The doors on A deck are no good. We gotta check the doors on B deck. Got it? Now go!
Before he had a chance to respond, the man laid a massive hand on Junpei's shoulder. With no more effort than Junpei would have had used to brush aside a fly, the man shoved him out of the way. Thrown off balance by the man in recent events, it took Junpei a few steps to get his bearings. He finally regained his balance and looked up, what the other 7 had been running toward.
Hey man, that was dangerous. Huh?
There were 2 pairs of large iron doors set into a wall in front of him. They looked quite sturdy, and each had handles just jutting out from them. Written across the surface of each door in red paint was a number. The door on the right...
4? And this one says... 5. They're the same.
The guy Junpei had decided to call Silver was mumbling to himself.
The room I woke up in had a number on the door just like that.
You too, eh?
With an arched eyebrow, the lion looked over at Silver.
My cell was the same. A number upon the door. I opened it, ran down the hallway outside, and found myself in a rather grand room full of stairs, as I suspected the rest of you.
It was though the floodgates had been opened. They all began to talk at once.
Me too.
Same for me. There was a door with a number on it.
It soon became clear that each of them had awoken in a room with a locked door and solved a puzzle to escape. They'd all ended up in the same room, almost as though they'd been guided there.
Yes, we all saw the same thing. That's not important. We need to hurry.
You think I don't know that lady?
Before the dancer had time to finish, Silver was already running.
Open! Damn it!
He grabbed hold of the door labeled 5 and pulled. However...
Fuck, it's not opening.
Whoa, this game is
Damn thing
cursing!
won't even budge.
Out of my way!
The mountain grabbed Silver's shoulder and tossed him aside. His path cleared, he took a few steps, then threw himself at the door. Once, twice, 3 times. 4 times. Have you tried 5? It's got a 5 on it. Nope, that didn't work. The door shook as his body slammed into it, but showed no signs of breaking or opening. The mountain threw himself at the door again.
A body slam from a guy that big didn't even budge it. There must be some other way.
Junpei turned towards door 4. Next to the door, on the wall, was a small box.
This looks just like the device next to the door in that room earlier. So that means this door is probably locked too. But still...
He had to check. Junpei grabbed a handle and threw all of his weight onto it. It was locked tight as the door next to it, as he suspected.
Damn it!
Junpei punched the door. It did not respond.
Are there any other doors?
He barely finished the thought when the C-deck plate he'd passed on his way sprang unbidden to his mind. His body moved before he had time to think. Junpei turned and ran back toward the stairs. He had scarcely taken a step when, at the top of the stair, next to an ornate clock embedded in the wall, he saw a person. Oh, you look familiar. I think I've seen you on Twitter. It was a girl. She looked to be the same age as Junpei. He froze, unable to look away from her face. He wasn't confounded by her beauty or something equally silly. No, there was another reason he couldn't take his eyes off the girl. Junpei had seen her somewhere before. He couldn't quite remember where, but he knew he'd met her before. The girl, too, stared at Junpei, similarly stunned. Her response suggested she'd seen him before as well.
Huh?
Without saying a word, Junpei slowly walked toward her. She didn't move. It was almost as though she was held in place by some sort of magical spell. As Junpei stepped onto her landing, the spell broke. No sooner had he set his foot down than the whole ship shook a second time. The quake caught the girl unprepared, and she fell.
Watch out!
Moving on instinct, Junpei leapt to catch her. Or so he thought. Oh! Her face was far closer than it should have been, mere inches from his own. Gah! He was flat on his back. and she had landed squarely on top of him. The girl seemed as confused as he did, and her face suggested she still hadn't fully recovered from seeing him. For a moment that seemed to stretch for a very long time, they stared at one another. The ship stopped shaking. Everything was quiet. Water could be heard from the bottom of the ship, lapping faintly at the walls and ceilings, but eventually that faded as well. The silence was complete, and a thick, muffling blanket. At last, the girl opened her mouth.
Oh my gosh! Is that you, Jumpy?
Jumpy. Jumpy! Her words echoed through Junpei's head, and suddenly his memory returned.
Akane.
Why hadn't he realized it before? The girl was Akane Kurashiki in brackets. Sure, she and Junpei had been friends in childhood. They'd gone to elementary school together for 6 years. But what was she doing on the ship? Her soft eyes were only inches away from his own. He could feel the warmth of her face. Feelings he thought long forgotten began to work their way to the surface. He could feel his face heating up. At that moment,
What?
hi, Jigsaw.
What's that voice?
This is...
Oh, shit. The voice was harsh, obscured occasionally by the crackle of static. Junpei recognized it. How could he have forgotten it?
That guy in the gas mask!
Hey, asshole! What the hell is this? Come on out here. I want to get a look at you.
Isn't this Taliesin Jaffe? Is this the Taliesin Jaffe guy?
What do you mean to do to us?
Nonary game.
What the hell's that?
It's not him? Okay. The voice continued, implacable.
What is he talking about?
Hey, there's something in my pocket. Check this out.
Silver reached into his pocket and pulled out a small slip of paper. The rest of them reached into their own pockets and pulled out similar slips of paper. Junpei followed suit and dug into the pocket of his pants. He felt the telltale crumple of paper, slightly damp from his earlier ordeal.
Hey, I got one too.
Then it would seem Zero has seen fit to grace us each with a letter. Would you mind terribly reading it to us, young man?
His request had been delivered to Junpei, who, after a short moment of surprise, did as he'd been asked.
On this ship, you will find a handful of doors emblazoned with numbers. We will call them the numbered doors.
In brackets.
The doors in front of you are a pair of the same. The key to opening these numbered doors are the numbered bracelets that each of you possess. Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open. Only those who have opened the door may pass through. There are, however, limits. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute. So this thing on my arm is a bracelet.
He glanced around. It looked like everyone else had one as well and come to much the same conclusion.
The purpose of the game is simple. Leave this ship alive. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
There's one last thing I must tell you. As you have no doubt surmised, this ship has begun to sink. On April 14, 1912, the famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into Earth's rim. After remaining afloat for 2 hours and 40 days, it sank beneath the waters of the North Atlantic. We will give you more time. Only the doors. Now is the time you will be given to make your seed.
The voice finished and the speaker went silent. Okay.
I hear a bell. I think it's coming from over by the stairs.
It's the clock telling us the time.
Everyone had their eyes on the antique clock embedded in the wall. The sound of the 9th bell faded away. The 10th never came.
It rang 9 times, so 9 o'clock then?
I think it's 9 p.m. I couldn't see anything when I tried looking out the window earlier. It has to be nighttime.
If that is the case, then we would need to escape by 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Fun fact, 9 in Japanese is pronounced Q. Huh? Okay, so we need to figure out who's going through the doors first. The speaker went silent and did not speak again.
Hey! You bastard! What do you mean by that? Come out here, you asshole!
That guy won't stop shouting. And the others. Huh.
Phew. Junpei too was consumed by his thoughts.
I have way too many questions. Who is Zero? What's the Nonary game? What's it for? Is he some nutjob just doing this to mess with us, or does he have some other purpose? Why pick me to be part of this insane game? And the others? Why are these 8 people here? And the most confusing of them all. Why is Akane here? I haven't seen her since elementary school. Why her? Why now? Coincidence? No. There's no way. There has to be a reason. I don't know what exactly, but there has to be.
Very well.
The lion's voice seemed oddly loud in the silence.
Standing around here won't do us any good. Best we get moving, don't you think?
Get moving?
Are you planning to open the numbered doors? Hey, wait! But don't tell me you're actually gonna do what this Zero says.
No, that's not what I mean.
The lion shook his head, mildly annoyed.
I'm saying let's find another way. After all, we haven't really examined this place yet.
What?
Where have we not looked? Everyone searched A-Deck already, right?
Yeah, we were kind of in a rush though, so we probably missed some things.
Why don't we check out the lower floors first? We should see how deep this place goes.
I can work with that.
Then let's go.
Are we not going to tell each other our names?
Whoa! What the hell? It's completely submerged.
Damn. If the water level keeps rising like this, we're all gonna drown.
No, I don't believe that's something we have to worry about.
The prince knelt down and gently drew his hand across it.
See? The water's not flowing. That means the origin of the water has been stopped. Perhaps this Zero fellow has used some sort of remote control to seal a watertight door lower down. He said that our time limit was 9 hours. In other words, this water won't rise for 9 hours.
And you're saying we won't sink till then?
Well, that may be a little too optimistic. No point to wishful thinking.
I like the funny nickname Junpei gives people, though. Okay, that's fair, but I feel like we would give each other our names.
That's depressing.
If we don't determine a way to advance from this point, we are stuck on A-Deck and C-Deck.
Looks that way.
Hey, hold on. How about we check C-Deck before we jump to any conclusions? We might find something there.
Huh, you're right. I think we should look at the metal doors by the big staircase, too. They're pretty suspicious.
No numbers on either door. And I don't see an authentication device either. Nope. It's locked.
This one too. Damn, none of the doors are opening.
Hey guys, over here. There's another door behind the stairs.
This one doesn't open either.
We'll see about that. Hey, old man, give me a hand.
Using force, I see. Let's give it a try. It won't budge.
Could you not just start shouting out of nowhere? You almost gave me a heart attack, you know.
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't appear to have moved even with two of us trying. It's very well made.
Idiots. Try using your brain first.
Huh?
Take a closer look.
A keyhole?
Right. It's obvious what we need to open this door.
A key.
Everybody grunts.
You got a problem?
No, I just really doubt we'll find a key that easily.
Ignoring the tense air between the two, Junpei moved closer to examine the doorknob.
What's this?
Just above it was a strange mark in the shape of a circle, surrounding a dot.
There's a mark on it. Does it mean something?
Hey, look! Over here, too!
Hmm?
Pink Hair was looking at the double doors they hadn't examined yet.
More doors.
I think they're elevators. There's an inverted triangle button by them.
May as well try pressing it. Huh. Nothing.
Maybe the power isn't on.
Or we need to do something with this card reader. And there's a strange mark here, too.
Is that Jupiter? Or Saturn? I'm not an astrology person.
It looks like a lowercase h with a dash drawn across the upper stem of the h.
I feel like the dancer would know. Junpei stared at it for a while.
This is the symbol of Saturn.
It is Saturn. Okay, never mind. Akane knows.
It's an astrological symbol.
Oh, is she an astrology girl?
Then the mark on the other door.
Is she gonna tell me that we're only gonna survive because Mercury is in retrograde? And Venus is in Gatorade?
I think that was the sun symbol.
Ew.
We saw the same symbols on A deck.
We did?
I don't remember that.
A deck, huh? I haven't been there, so I wouldn't know.
You may as well check again since we're talking about it.
Lion's words urged them on, and they took the stairs up.
There, the two doors next to the stairs. The one on the left had a keyhole with a similar symbol engraved on it.
She's right.
Is that
It looks similar to what we saw
Mars?
downstairs.
I can't remember.
This is an Earth symbol.
Earth, okay.
The horizontal line symbolizes the equator, and the vertical one represents the prime meridian.
I see.
Junpei looked up at the ceiling.
The ceiling. Metal plates. Huh. It's as if it's covering something up.
Perhaps it was a dome of some kind.
I wish we could get out through there.
Be realistic. We'd need a lot of explosives to open that up.
The windows, too. Huh. They're all covered.
There were several windows along both sides of the ship, or at least there had been. They too were covered with metal plates.
In other words, we're trapped. All the exits go nowhere.
Junpei was not happy. The girl with pink hair spoke up.
Well, I'm sure they go somewhere. We just can't open them.
Then the mountain spoke.
You don't know that. For all we know, they just open into walls or take us in circles.
The prince did not agree.
No. I'm sure they go somewhere. Otherwise, what point would there be? And we can open them. Well, two of them at least.
So we gotta figure out how to split up.
Oh, you mean the numbered doors.
I go with Akane! All eyes turned to the doors with numbers on them. The atmosphere in the room grew tense.
Hey, wait a minute. I think I said this earlier, but I don't think we should do that.
The dancer moved in front of the doors as if to block them.
We'd have to be crazy to open these doors. If we do that, we're doing exactly what Zero wants us to do.
Suddenly, everyone began to speak at once. Rabble, rabble,
Might as well
rabble.
give it a shot. We can't stay here forever.
Yes, I'm in favor as well.
No, I'm totally against this.
But shouldn't we at least try?
We don't know what'll happen. We should stay here.
We don't have time for that. In 8.5 hours, this ship is going to sink.
The clamor of voices made it next to impossible to determine who was saying what. Their arguments grew and more intense until people were shouting and screaming at one another.
Shut up!
They fell silent, and all eyes turned to Junpei. He felt each stare burning into him, but he refused to flinch.
Before we try and decide where we're going to go, there's something else we ought to do.
What's that?
We need to exchange information. We don't know anything about each other. I want to know who you guys are. Who you are, where you came from, why you ended up here. Don't tell me you aren't curious too.
They were silent. Some of them looked the other way, or bit their lip, or crossed their arms and stared at the ceiling. But one of them spoke up. It was Akane.
I agree. I think Jumpy is right.
Jumpy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about him. I just call him Jumpy. His name is Junpei.
She pointed towards Junpei.
We're childhood friends. We went to the same elementary school.
Wait, stop! Don't tell us stuff we didn't ask you about.
Wait,
He's
what?
probably watching us right now. What are you gonna do if he's listening in?
Oh, would that be bad?
Hell yeah, it would! We don't know how much that bastard knows about us. Maybe he just picked a bunch of random people to kidnap. If that is the case, then it'd be dangerous for us to let him know too much. If Zero knows who we are, he could go after our families. Maybe he'd tell us he had them to get us to do stuff, you know?
But we still need to know what our names are. It's going to be hard to talk to each other if we don't have names.
Alright, then why don't we have code names?
Yay, code names! To him, apparently, it seemed like the obvious solution.
Code names?
Yeah, we'll each pick something. Like, I'll be 7.
Oh,
7? Why are you 7?
it seemed a fair question. The mountain stuck out his left arm.
Because this bracelet number says 7.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's a good idea.
He smirked.
All right, I'm gonna be Santa.
That doesn't make...
Any of you chumps know Japanese? No? Well, san means 3. So, I'll be Santa. You know, like Santa Claus. Fits, don't you think?
I'm gonna call you 3.
Then your bracelet number.
Yeah, it's got a 3 on it. Good job, Grandpa.
Just like the mountain had done, Silver thrust out his left hand. Sure enough, the face of his bracelet read 3.
Very well then. I'll go next, shall I? My bracelet number is 1. Given that, I think Ace seems appropriate.
Oh my god, everybody on this. I'm gonna drown with a bunch of fucking nerds.
I'll be Lotus then. As I'm sure you all know, it has 8 petals. Which means, of course, that my bracelet number is 8.
I would appreciate it if you would call me Snake.
Oh, this is Snake.
My bracelet number is 2. Since Ace has chosen cards, then I choose dice. Snake eyes, clearly. Which is particularly relevant given that I am blind.
Oh, you're blind. Okay.
You can't see?
I knew it.
He kept his eyes closed during the entire ordeal, which had suggested something strange. But to hear it said so casually, it was something of a surprise. Everyone seemed a little nervous at the prince's proclamation, but no one seemed to know how to react to it.
Me next!
There was one person, however, who didn't seem to be surprised in the least. The girl with pink hair.
I want to be Clover.
Because you have a
know,
4.
Like a 4-leaf clover. Good luck, right?
Looking almost bored, she held out her left hand. The face of her bracelet showed the number 4. They'd come around to Junpei. He held out his bracelet.
Alright, my number's 5. So my code name is gonna be...
Why have one? It's not like there's any point to it now.
The dancer cut him off
I
mid-sentence.
mean, we all know your name already. You're Junpei.
Oh, yeah.
They all nodded. Kane stepped forward nervously.
Then you should all call me by my name too. Because, I mean, it doesn't seem...
It doesn't seem fair to Jumpy.
You're thinking it's not cool for you to hide your name after you told us his.
Akane fidgeted awkwardly. Junpei decided he had to do something.
What's your bracelet number?
It's 6.
She hesitated for a moment, then held out her left hand. As she claimed, her bracelet's face showed us 6. Junpei looked at it for a moment and thought,
Alright then, why don't we call you June?
June?
Yeah, you know, it's the 6th month of the year. So you're June.
Jumpy?
Akane kneaded her hands and looked up at Junpei, uncertain. He smiled back at her, reassuringly.
Are you good with that?
Yeah.
This is a good use of time. We're gonna die in 8 hours, but this is a great use of time. She thought about it for a few minutes, then she seemed to come to a decision and gave Junpei a small nod.
Okay then.
Where's the last guy? Their names decided, Junpei ran over them quickly in his head.
So this is how everyone breaks down. 1 is Ace. 2 is Snake. 3 is Santa. 4 is Clover. 5 is me. 6 is June. 7 is Seven. And 8 is Lotus. That means 8 of us have revealed our bracelet numbers. The only one left is...
the crazy guy.
That glasses guy with hair like a bird's nest.
You haven't said a thing so far, have you?
His skin was pale, breathing was heavy, and he was soaked with nervous sweat. His behavior seemed very suspicious, or perhaps simply emotionally unstable. It was difficult to tell. Whatever the case, it seemed clear that he had only a fingertip's worth of grip on his sanity. The girl with pink hair, Clover, walked up to him slowly. She put her hands on her hips and eyed him suspiciously.
What number are you?
He didn't answer. His bloodshot eyes twitched from person to person as his breath came in hot pants.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
The man licked his dry lips with a shaking tongue and spoke with a voice like old paper.
Isn't it obvious? There are 9 people here. And you know who numbers 1 through 8 are. I'm the only one left.
So you're 9?
Yeah.
He extended a trembling arm. His bracelet did indeed say 9. Clover looked at it contemptuously.
What's your code name?
Code name?
What do you want us to call you? We all made up names. You should too.
I don't need one.
Why not?
Because I am not gonna stay here with you.
He took a shuddering breath and exhaled. Clover looked at him with something very like disgust.
You've got some sort of plan?
I do.
Yeah? What's that?
You sure you want to know?
Yeah?
All right, let me show you. I'm gonna do this!
By the time they realized what he was doing, it was too late to stop him. The man's body moved like a snake's. In the blink of an eye, he had slid around behind her and wrapped his arm around her waist.
Hey! What the hell do you think you're doing?
Silver, Santa, leapt forward and toward Clover and the 9th man. He was halfway there when...
Stay back!
Suddenly, the man's hand dove into his pocket. Oh, you have a knife! He held it to Clover's pale, quivering neck.
If you get any closer, I'll cut her open!
Why? Why?
Yeah, that's right.
The man's smile was neither friendly nor reassuring. Sweat poured down his neck and soaking the collar of his shirt.
Clover, are you all right?
The prince, Snake's voice sounded oddly concerned.
Yeah, I'm fine.
His voice shook, making her words even less convincing.
What the hell are you trying to do?
I told you, this is my plan.
What are you gonna do to her, you sick son of a bitch?
Don't worry. I'm not gonna do anything to her. If she just does what I tell her to, I'll let her go.
He started to move backwards slowly, keeping his grip on Clover.
Slowly. That's right. Just follow me.
Keeping their distance, Junpei and the others followed. Eventually, the man reached the wall. He gave a start as his back touched it, then glanced around quickly and spoke.
Here. Verify. The left. Look on your left. Do you see the device on the wall? Place your hand on the scanner panel, the round part.
What if I don't?
The man's nostrils flared, and he looked like he was about to choke.
Are you an idiot? What do you think? I could slit your throat right now. I'll
What?
kill you if I have to. All I need is your bracelet. Just do it. Do it now.
He pressed the knife against Clover's neck, hard.
Okay, I'll do it.
Slowly, he stretched her left hand out towards the device.
Like this?
Her back was to it, and she had to feel around for a moment before she found the circular panel. It made a cold electronic noise, and on the display above her hand, an asterisk appeared.
So that's how it works.
Yeah, I don't like that guy
The
either.
round part of the device, the scanner panel. If we put our left hand on it, our bracelet number gets entered into the device. Then...
Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets, and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open.
Junpei shifted his eyes to the door itself. The number on it was 5.
Door 5. Why does this guy know so much about how this thing works? It's like he knows exactly what to do.
I mean, that wasn't that hard to figure out.
Good. You're done. Next.
His bloodshot eyes crept from person to person until finally, they stopped on the lion, Ace.
You, right? You're the one with the number 1 bracelet, right?
Yes, I am. So?
Then you're next. Just verify your number like this little brat did. What are you doing? Do it! Don't you care what happens to her?
Okay, just calm down.
Ace held up his hands, palms out. The 9th man jerked his chin toward the device.
I'm coming over.
Slowly, cautiously, Ace moved toward the device. After what seemed like an agonizing eternity, he reached it.
Now, verify.
All right, this is what you wanted, right?
Ace nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. I hope that everybody else adds up! The device beeped again, and a second asterisk appeared. And she's 4.
The device has both Clover and Ace's numbers. 4 plus 1 is 5. It's the same as the number written on the door, but it won't open.
Only 3 to 5 people can pass.
And he's 9, so it's gonna open.
One more person. If what Zero said is true, he needs one more person. Who? Who does he need?
Get back.
His voice shook, but the knife held to Clover's throat made his words a command. Ace took 2, then 3 steps back.
No! Farther! More than that! Go all the way back!
Okay.
Slowly, Ace did what he was told. The 9th man's lips curled into a cruel, twisted smile.
Don't tell me.
That was when Junpei understood his plan.
Clover's 4, and Ace's 1. Added to the 9th man's 9. 4 plus 1 plus 9. And
Yeah.
in other words...
Thank God you were all so cooperative. Now I can get out of this nightmare.
He pressed his own hand against the scanner panel. If you have 9, you could go with any group with the right numbers. Right, but, like, they have to... The other ones have to go here. Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah, if you have 9, you could go with any... Yeah, you're right, because that's how the math works of digital roofs. Yep, you're right, I get it. The door opened with a heavy metallic groan.
Good! I don't need you anymore.
Hi, I just wanted to see how you like the new game.
I've only played for, like, 10 minutes, and then the rest of the time I've just been reading.
Wait!
What is it? Oh, okay.
I'm basically, like, in Saw, but anime. But it's not Danganronpa.
She's all yours.
No, but she has to go in. The man shoved Clover and hopped through the door.
Okay. Have a good one, guys. I'm going off ahead now. Well then, goodbye.
He raised his hand and waved, a twisted smirk on his face. Then he was gone. Yeah, but what if he did that, but, like, the other one... Okay. Then he was gone. The door ground shut with a dull clang of metal on metal.
Clover, are you all right?
Snake ran to Clover's side as she lay on the floor.
Yeah, I'm fine.
She climbed unsteadily to her feet, and once there, leaned heavily on Snake's shoulder for support.
Damn it!
Junpei ran to the door.
That bastard!
The others followed him. Several pairs of hands grabbed hold of the handles and pulled. Well, that's bad.
Open, damn it!
They grunted and strained, but... Okay, so what does that mean for Clover and Lion?
Shit!
Or Clover and Ace? That was when Lotus, the dancer, spoke. Her voice was quiet.
Do you hear something?
Like, what?
Like, some sort of...
Oh,
beeping.
no. Junpei pressed his ear against the cold metal of the door. The others did the same.
You're right. I can hear it too.
What is it?
Then they heard something else. It was the 9th man.
Why isn't it stopping? God damn it!
Oh.
You lied!
Lied?
This wasn't supposed to happen! This is wrong! This is wrong!
His voice shook with fear. Safe on the outside, they stepped back from the door and looked at one another.
What is happening in there?
Open the door, please! I'm begging you! Help me! Please get me out of here! Get me out of here!
Ah, God damn it!
Junpei grabbed hold of the device. He slammed his hand on the scanner panel. Nothing happened.
Why? Why won't it work? Engaged? Is it because it's occupied?
Oh my god, there's no time left! Listen, I was lied to! He lied to me! He put me in here! It was him! He killed me! It was him!
Okay. Boom. Yep. No, that's yep. The explosion rocked the room. Instinctively, they ducked, then stood up slowly when they realized there was no danger. No one spoke. Silence filled the room.
A beep?
All eyes turned toward it.
Did that thing just make that sound?
The display changed from engaged.
Let's see if we can open it.
7, the mountain swallowed hard.
Okay.
Junpei nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. A red asterisk appeared on the LCD panel.
Well, it registered my bracelet number. But it won't open with one person. We need at least 2 more people.
I get to go with Akane! What to do? I mean, I gotta go with... Oh, no, I can't go with... Oh. 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 He's just testing it, but... Is this who I go with? Is a decision... Okay.
Ace, Lotus, you think you could give me a hand here?
The pun was a little too on the nose, but the mood was just still grim. Wait, both Santa and June?
5 plus 1 plus 8 equals 4. The digital root. This should do it. Now we just need to pull the lever on the side.
You guys ready? I'm gonna open it.
Any of the combos would have worked because they add up to 9, yeah, but I wasn't sure who I was going to end up going with. Then he slowly lowered the lever. Oh, that's a lot of blood. There was a metallic groan and the door slid open. A breath of air drifted out of it, carrying a stench that nearly made them gag. Junpei grimaced and put a hand over his mouth.
Oh my god.
Good God.
Lotus and Ace shuddered. 7 grunted.
Whoa, that's pretty bad.
Even Santa's voice shook.
He blew up.
It appeared that Santa was right. The hallway on the other side of the door was splattered with chunks of torn flesh and dark red blood. Oh, they show it. That's a lot of blood. The shriek echoed across the room. It had come from June. Then her strength left her and she dropped. As Junpei tuned to catch her, the door groaned shut. She crumpled to the floor.
June, are you okay?
Junpei dropped to his knees and put his arm around her shoulders. It was then that he noticed. Her whole body was feverish. She was radiating intense heat.
What the hell? Where'd this fever come from?
June didn't answer. Her face looked like wax, and her whole body began to shake.
Alright, okay, let's just rest for a minute, okay? You think you can walk?
She nodded weakly. Junpei lifted June to her feet and guided her to a nearby chair. Okay, can we play the game now? Here we go. As gently as he could, he set her down in it.
How are you feeling? Are you alright?
She nodded, and as she did, a single huge tear rolled down the side of her face.
Why? Why did this happen?
Her voice cracked, broken by misery and grief and choked by sobs.
Why did this happen?
Junpei spun around.
Do any of you know what the fuck is going on here? Who's Zero? What's this nonery game? Come on! Anybody? Anything?
This is a good use of time.
What is going on? What are we doing here?
No one spoke. Ace, Snake, Santa, Clover, Seven, and Lotus. They simply stood there, 7 pairs of downcast eyes and 7 grim lines for mouths. Because that's the art style. June's body shook with silent sobs. They slowed, and as the minutes took by, and eventually they stopped. We are going to die. Can we please get a fucking move on? We only have 8 hours left! Then suddenly, heavy silence that in the cold, heavy silence that had enveloped them like a thick fog, a bell began to ring. The clock in the central hall. 7, 8, 9, 10 times. Okay, we fucked around for an hour. We're going to die.
It's 10 o'clock then.
Ace said what each of them had been thinking.
That means it's been an hour since Zero's little announcement.
Seven's deep voice echoed across the room.
Fuck! I've had enough of this crap!
Santa leapt to his feet, his fist clenched.
How long are we gonna pussyfoot around like this? We've only got 8 hours until this time limit Zero is going on about is up. Let's get going already! Go!
Santa's outburst fell on deaf ears. No one seemed to agree with him. They stared back at him, their eyes blank as their faces tired. Finally, Lotus spoke.
No, I refuse. I'm not gonna end up like him.
Him? You mean the 9th man?
Of course, who else?
It's a lot of blood. In his mind's eye, Junpei saw the corpse again. What corpse? There is no corpse. It's just, like, it's just vaporized.
Blood and pieces of flesh.
The dark, reddish-black pool of blood. The scattered pieces of flesh. Organs strewn across the floor like the blossoming of a grotesque flower. The explosion that had torn through his body had been powerful.
That's no way for a person to die.
The 9th man's neck had been twisted at an odd angle. Junpei suspected the detonation had thrown him against the wall. Half of his face was crushed and the other half was covered in blood. Most of his abdomen had been emptied either by the explosion or by gravity. He had landed on his back and stark white ribs jut up out of his chest like the legs of some sort of macabre crab. Let's continue to describe this. Junpei felt something flip in his stomach.
I think he just screwed up.
Eyebrows went up and Santa
He
continued.
probably set off some sort of trap and that killed him. I'm not gonna screw up like that. I'm getting out of here alive.
Whatever Snake was laughing at, Santa did not find particularly humorous.
What's so goddamn funny?
Oh, my apologies. You were just, so very confident. I couldn't help myself.
Yep, that's Taliesin. That is so Taliesin.
What the fuck?
I think you've mistaken the situation.
Huh?
The 9th man's death. It had nothing to do with the trap. Or at least, not the sort of trap you imagine it did.
Then?
He broke one of Zero's rules. That was why he died. Quite simple if you think about it.
Yep, that's Taliesin. That's Taliesin Jaffe. I know that snide voice anywhere.
You still don't... All right. How about you take a moment and think back to what Zero said? Specifically, what did he say about the number of people?
He said only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door, right?
And after that? You've forgotten the relevant part. What did Zero say?
Santa furrowed his brow in thought. Junpei thought back. Zero said, everyone who verified had to go.
All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute, right? I think it was something like that. Whatever it was, it means that groups of less than 3 or more than 5 can't go through.
That is correct. A gold star for you, Junpei.
Thank you, Taliesin. Snake inclined his head towards Junpei.
The 9th man, however, broke that rule. He tried to pass through a numbered door by himself. That was why he was executed.
And Zero's watching us from somewhere, making sure we don't break any rules.
Oh, I'm not so sure of that.
Why not?
Because this execution system is entirely automatic. You didn't notice? There's no need for him to monitor us.
What do you mean?
Snake looked at Seven with what could only be described as pity and sighed.
Very well. I see it must be me who tells you. I've waited long enough, I suppose. I had hoped Zero might spare me the trouble, but that seems increasingly unlikely.
He couldn't see them, of course, but perhaps Snake sensed the confused eyes upon him. When Ace spoke, he gave word to everyone else's thoughts.
Do you know something?
Well, I know a great many things, but yes.
Yep, that's so Taliesin, oh my god.
What is it you know?
Here.
Snake removed a card from the pocket of his jacket.
Card? What does it say?
See for yourself.
With a flourish, he presented it to Ace, who took a close look at it and spoke.
Come on now, what's the point of giving me this?
Give me that.
Snake snatched the card from Ace, but his expression of disgust quickly turned to one of confusion.
Huh? The hell is this?
Seven tugged it out of Santa's hands.
I see.
The card went from Seven to Lotus, from Lotus to June, and finally to Junpei. He looked at it and understood.
This is Braille.
Braille, the written language of the blind. The card was covered with small embossed bumps. Junpei could recognize it, but he certainly couldn't read
Sorry,
it.
guys, I can't read this. Here, have it back.
Junpei handed the card back to Snake, who nodded at him with a small smirk.
Okay, that was fun. What's so important about that card?
I found it in my pocket. I can only assume it is a message from Zero.
From Zero?
A message?
What does it say?
The same shit as before. Suddenly, everyone was crowding around Snake, desperate to hear what the message said. Santa especially looked like he were just about to grab hold of Snake and shake the answers from him. Snake raised his hand.
Calm down now. No need to panic. You don't need to force me. I'll read it.
Junpei swallowed hard and waited for him to start. He was not the only one. Presently, Snake began to read, his voice calm. His fingers glided over the tiny bumps as he spoke.
Bracelet number 2. Since you are not blessed with sight, I shall bless you, and only you, with information. I shall tell you of the function of the red, of the dead, and of the bracelet.
The red is the recognition device. It will verify your number. Beside every numbered door, you will find your bed. The dead is the deactivation device. It does exactly what it says. Once you have passed through the numbered door, you must use the dead to slap the detonator in your bracelet. But perhaps you are wondering, what does this detonator detonate? I am afraid this might be something of a surprise. I have placed a small bomb inside of you and people whom you are about to meet. You swallowed it while you were unconscious.
Oh, it's not the bracelet. We ate
By
it.
the time you read this note, the bomb will have passed your stomach and found its way to your small intestine. In other words, you will be unable to regurgitate it. I suggest you do not try. As I mentioned before, the bracelet on your left hand contains a detonator. Think of it as a remote fuse, or timer, for the bomb in your body. There is only one condition which will cause it to detonate. That condition is that you enter a numbered door. Once you have done so, the timer will activate, no matter who you may be. You will have 81 seconds. If, after that time, the detonator has not been deactivated, it will send a signal to the bomb.
You only have a minute and a half? Ugh.
In order to deactivate the detonator, every person who verified their number at the red must also verify their numbers at the dead. Once all numbers have been verified by the dead, you need only pull the lever at its side, and the countdown will cease. Anyone who does not verify their number at the red will find themselves unable to verify their number at the dead. That is to say, if you should pass through a numbered door without first verifying your number at the red, in 81 seconds, you will be dead. You must also keep in mind that the numbered doors will close automatically after 9 seconds have passed. So long as the door is open, the dead will not function. You would do well to remember this. Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only two ways to do so. One, you escape from this ship. Two, your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or the exotic wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically. There is no other way to remove your bracelet.
What if I cut off my arm?
If you attempt to force it off, or disable the detonator, the bomb
Okay, that's fair.
will immediately explode.
This is all the information which I can impart to you. How you choose to use it is for you to decide. If used wisely, you can eliminate those who might be a danger to you. For a time, you would be able to control your fate. I wish you the best of luck.
I'm just imagining, like, playing this on a bus, because this was on a DS.
So it's saying only those who verify their numbers at the red can pass through the numbered doors.
So it would have been kind of cool if you, like, told 9 that.
Teams can't add or subtract people after they're scanned in. The reds, deads, and bracelets enforce the rules. They're judge, jury, and executioner.
Imagine playing it on a boat.
Shit! A fucking bomb! Come out! Come out, damn it!
In defiance of Zero's suggestions, both Santa and Seven put fingers down their throats and began to gag. The rest stiffened. Some touched their stomachs, some simply stared at their bracelets. Okay, can we go? Junpei gingerly touched his stomach.
There's a bomb inside me.
The thought of it made him queasy.
Oh,
His stomach felt oddly hollow and his legs were weak.
what made Zero think creating this horror show of a game was a good idea?
Junpei looked over at the others.
All right. I'm gonna ask one more time. Do any of you know anything about Zero?
They were all silent, each person waiting to hear what the others would say. Finally, Santa spoke.
Actually, I saw him. I saw Zero when I got grabbed. I didn't see his face, though. Son of a bitch was wearing some kind of gas mask. What the hell? Come on, guys, give me something. You know, like, surprise or something?
Instead, it was Santa who looked surprised. There was a moment of silence, and then everyone spoke at once.
I saw that too.
I did as well.
Me too. I didn't see inside the mask, though. That
Clover
mask,
sounds very
it
familiar.
was really scary.
Huh?
Oh, so all of our abductions were the same. We were taken from home at midnight. The person claiming to be
I
Zero had a
guess!
mask on.
I guess.
There was white smoke, and then each of us passed out. We woke up to find ourselves on D-Deck, in a room with a 3-level bunk bed.
How about you, Seven? Did the same happen to you?
Only Seven's story seemed to lack the detail of the others.
Oh, me? Yeah, well, mine was just like the rest of yours.
That was all he had said. It occurred to Junpei at the time that it sounded somewhat strange, but he didn't press the issue. Uh-oh.
Okay, that's good enough for now.
Oh, it's Fuka. Okay. Okay.
So, I have a question.
That was the mystery of the relationship between Snake and Clover.
Snake and Clover, you were both kidnapped from the same room, and you woke up together.
Junpei looked at them thoughtfully.
So, what's the deal with the two of you anyway?
It was Clover that answered. Clearly, she felt she had nothing to hide.
We're siblings.
Oh.
Siblings?
Yes. Snake is my older brother, obviously. That means I'm his little sister. That really so hard to understand?
Junpei was taken aback. The others seemed just as surprised.
She is correct, of course.
I mean, maybe that's not her natural hair color, people. He laid his hands on Clover's shoulder.
Are you, surprised?
Well, yeah, but...
Why? There are other people here with connections to one another. Those two, for instance.
Snake pointed at Junpei and June.
Oh, you mean between Jumpy and me?
Again, great use of time. We're gonna die 8 hours.
Ah, yes. You did say you were childhood friends, didn't you?
Hey, Seven, what's your favorite color? Hey, Lotus, what's your favorite food?
Wait, you went
Can't think of anything more important going on right now.
Yeah?
Jun glanced at Junpei uncomfortably with the sudden attention.
Well, yeah.
Junpei felt somewhat nervous as well, and tried to scratch his head as casually as possible.
Hey, you think maybe we could figure out who Zero is this way?
Yeah, you're right. You connect the dots between the victims, and that leads you to the perp. Textbook stuff.
Junpei, June, does any of this ring a bell?
Ring a bell.
Ring a bell?
They looked at one another, and like it was staged, they both tilted their neck at the same time.
Well, perhaps you went to school with the son of a multimillionaire.
A millionaire?
Son?
Well, someone bought this boat and set up all of this. Whoever Zero is, they must be incredibly rich.
Well, we can't be sure of that. To me, this seems as though it's the work of an organization, not an individual.
I think ghosts did it. Nah, I think the Illuminati did it. Is this really the important
Most likely,
thing
Zero
right
is
now?
simply the representative of a larger group.
Oh my fucking god.
What sort of organization?
One that put bombs in our fucking stomach
be a
if we
number
don't,
of
and
things.
will explode if we don't get out of here in 8 hours. Oh my
Research
god.
group?
You know what? This is the most accurate depiction of a horror movie I could ever fucking imagine.
Perhaps this is all some sort of psychological experiment.
If it is, that's a pretty fucked up experiment.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go.
I mean, come on! A guy's dead!
And we're gonna be too if we don't go. The word dead hung in the air, heavy and ominous. The room went quiet again.
I don't know who the hell this Zero asshole is, but I know for sure he's gotta be pretty fucked up in the head to do all this.
I would like to play the game.
If this was all one guy, then he's got some serious issues.
Even with the specter of death hanging over them, the discussion continued for some time. Oh my god!
I thought we were finished with that topic.
But then what should we do?
We should talk it through.
Oh my god, enough! All we're doing is talking!
Santa threw up his hands, his voice filled with irritation.
Talking won't solve anything! It can't help us find our way out of here! You really sure you want to just sit around? We've only got 7.5 hours left.
Ah!
Hour and a half of our 9 hours.
Ugh. Everyone was already on the edge of panic. What Santa told them only made that feeling more intense. Yeah, thank you, Santa! No one was willing to argue this time.
You're right.
Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed.
Sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says jump.
Well, it's stupid to just sit around here doing nothing.
Thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works.
It is a visual
And
novel,
so long as we all
but I'm gonna hate the
rules,
characters.
we will most likely be all right.
But
But what?
who's going to go in which door?
June looked toward the numbered doors.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can't have any more than 5 people in one door. All 8 of us can't go in the same door.
Then it would seem we will have to split up.
Wait,
Lotus looked terrified.
I'm telling you now, there is no way in hell that I'm going into door 5.
Come on now, don't be selfish.
Call me whatever the hell you want. I'm not going in there.
Fair enough.
If I'm going to have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here.
And we were doing so well.
Ace shook his head sadly.
Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else can go into door 5.
Oh, Santa, not you too.
Santa, no!
Hey man, I just bought these shoes. If you
Priorities.
think I'm getting some creepy dude's blood all over him, you got another thing coming.
That was the last straw.
What the hell, man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going?
Yeah, so doesn't mean I wanted to go into door 5.
Oh, God.
There was an awkward silence. Finally, Seven spoke.
Fine, I'll go into door 5. I
Thank
can't
you,
go in
dude.
there alone, though. Anyone else willing to come with me?
Thank you, Seven. There was another long silence. This time, Snake was the one to break it.
I'll go.
That makes sense, because he can't see.
What?
Don't worry. You'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
That's not an answer! If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going into door 5.
What am I going to do with you?
There's nothing you have to do.
Ace stepped forward.
If I join you, the problem is solved, correct? 7 is 7, and Snake is 2. And if you add Clover's 4 and my 1, the digital root will be 5.
7 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1. The digital root of 14.
Yep.
Oh, it works. The 4 of us can go.
Now can the rest...
What about the other 4? What's their digital root gonna be?
Junpei did a quick mental calculation.
Lotus, Santa, June. Our bracelet numbers are 8365. What would our digital root be?
It would be... That's 11, 17, 22. It'd be 4.
8 plus 3 plus 2. Digital root.
That works.
It's 4. Add up our 4 bracelet numbers.
Then we can go into door 4.
Yeah. Huh. That worked out well.
So the
Oh, we don't
team's
need to see the
timelines would be
blood.
like this. 7, Snake, Clover, and Ace. They would... Lotus, Santa, June, and me will go through door 4.
Okay.
Are these really the teams I want? Beyond door 5 is... I never want to see that thing again, but... Something's telling me that it'd be a good idea to examine the corpse, even just a little closer. Of course, if I went through door 5, I wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa. I could bring June with me through door 5, but that means she'd have to see the body in there. I don't want to put her through that.
Junpei was torn.
Should I stay silent and go through door 4? Or should I stop them and insist on door 5?
All right, then. It seems we've reached a I'm going through door...
We're over there too, right, Snake?
The door's not going anywhere. Slow down.
Which door?
This matters a lot, doesn't it? This matters like a fuck ton. Because we would change everything up. You know what? I'm okay with what we're doing. I'm okay with. 4 will be fine.
With Lotus,
And everybody dies.
There's nothing to worry about. I just need to stay by her side.
Yeah, both would end up being with June, but...
This should be fine. It's no problem this way. I should see the other 4 off.
He made no show of affection, but Junpei saw her as something more than a friend from his childhood.
Looks like Ace and the others are going.
And everybody's like, oh my god, could you believe he went through door 4? Could you believe this asshole? He doesn't know. Maybe I should have saved. Yeah, too late. It's not like I did anything anyway that entire time. No. Snake, Ace, Snake, Clover, and 7. Junpei said nothing as they left. Goodbye! Before long, they had reached door 5. They talked to one another for a few seconds, saying things Junpei couldn't hear, then laid their hands, one by one, on the scanner panel of the red.
Now then.
Ace grabbed the lever. His face tight with determination, he turned over his shoulder to look at Junpei and his companions.
Goodbye.
Be careful.
Ace pulled the lever, the door swung open, the mouth of a great hungry beast.
So horrible.
Beyond the door, Junpei knew lay the sad remains of the 9th man. It did not surprise him that Ace, Clover, and 7 hesitated. The body was not a pleasant thing.
What are you doing? We need to hurry.
Snake had no such problem as his blindness made him immune to the horror. He stepped through the door, his feet making a wet splack in the pool of blood.
Snake, your shoes.
It's fine. Hurry! Or are you planning on dying with everyone else? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
Sorry.
And it's been 9 seconds.
Let's go.
And we all died. The 3 men steeled themselves and stepped through the door. Door 5 swung shut with the heavy finality of metal upon metal. Junpei and his companions scrambled to the door.
Hey! How is it over there? Did you find anything? At least say something, will you?
Something's beeping.
It's just like before.
Probably the sound of the detonator on the bracelet.
Do you think they're okay?
Jun's face showed her concern more plainly than her words ever could. Almost as though in response to her question, a voice rang out from the other side of the door. It was 7.
Hey, there it is! That's gotta be that dead thing! Come on, get over here. We gotta authenticate.
The beeping.
The sighs of relief were audible even through the heavy door.
Looks like it stopped.
Junpei and his companions leaned away from the door and breathed a collective sigh of relief of their own.
Hey, guys! Are you doing alright over there?
They heard Seven's voice, but it wouldn't hurt to be sure.
Yes, we're fine.
Despite the recent danger, Clover's voice was as bubbly as ever.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you about this whole dead thing, okay? The dead is just like the red, but the color's different. You know how the red was red? Well, the dead is blue. Other than that, it's just like the red.
Okay, so
authenticating is the same too.
Awesome! Thanks. That helps a lot.
Well, we should probably move on now. You be careful out there.
Roger that.
Okay, let's go. Junpei and the others left door 5 and headed towards door 4.
Now it's our turn. I'll go first.
They stood in front of the red and placed each of their hands upon it. Four asterisks appeared on the screen. Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around.
We ready?
Am I gonna have to, like, find the dead really, really quickly?
Sure.
No? Aw.
Let's go.
None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back towards the red.
All right, let's go.
With strength and determination, he pulled the lever.
Run!
Four of them leapt through the door together. The moment they passed through it, they each heard a cold electronic sound coming from their left wrist.
Oh, damn.
In the center of the bracelet, a red skull appeared and began to flash.
It's counting down.
The detonator's countdown had begun. In the long moment each of them spent staring at their wrists, the numbered door behind them closed, the sound of metal on metal reverberating down the hallway.
We can't go back!
We need to hurry and find the device.
Hey! Where the hell is the...
How would I know?
Don't give me that crap!
I already am.
They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was the key to their salvation. The hallway they found them running down was a long one, easily 300 feet in length. On the right side of it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. If they had the time to think, they would likely have discerned that the doors led to cabins.
Don't tell me the dead is in one of those rooms.
Oh no! How many rooms do you think there are?
Junpei was too frightened to count properly, but his best guess there were 7 or 8 of them.
We don't have time to count.
Junpei ran to the nearest door.
We just need to open them all.
He grabbed the door and shook it hard.
It won't open.
It didn't feel locked, more like someone had hammered an iron plate over the other side of the door. Junpei turned around to find another door, saw that his companions had already run to doors of their own. They did not seem to be having any more success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fears.
Shit, this one's no good.
Same here. It's not moving!
June was the last to speak up. As Junpei looked in her direction, his eye caught something he hadn't noticed before. A small red blinking light.
There it is! At the end of the hallway! Run!
Even as he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa, Lotus, and June and pulled them toward the light. Santa called out to him as he ran.
Hey, how many more seconds do we have?
How would I know? Our time limit is 81 seconds!
I know that, goddammit! I'm asking you how many seconds we have left!
How about you don't think about it? In all likelihood, Junpei figured nearly a minute had already passed since the door had closed behind them. If that was true, urgency foremost in all of their minds, they arrived at the end of the hallway. The dead sat on the left wall, blinking almost tauntingly at them.
Hurry! It's the dead! Get over here!
Junpei grabbed hold of the machine, his hands slick with sweat and shaking. He slammed his hand against the scanner
Come
panel.
on, everyone!
The other 3 quickly followed suit. With a grunt, Santa yanked the lever downward. Alright, good.
Looks like it stopped.
His hands began to steady. Junpei wiped away some of the sweat he had beaten on his forehead. As they caught their breath, the 4 companions began to look around.
There's another door at the end of the hallway.
You could see a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set into the walls of the hallway on either side of the larger doors were two smaller ones.
Let's try this one first.
Do I get to play the game now?
Of course it won't open.
How many times he had come across similar doors with similar results, he wondered. Just like Resident Evil 1. Or perhaps he corrected himself more a lack of results. Whatever the reason, the door remained firm and unyielding and refused to allow Junpei or anyone else passage.
A keyhole.
Above the keyhole was a small symbol, engraved in the brass. That's Mars!
What's this mark? Mail?
He wasn't quite sure what to make of it, and he stared at it for a moment in confusion. It was June that corrected him.
No, not exactly. That's probably the symbol of Mars. Well,
Knew it.
Technically, they are the same symbol, but I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway.
I'm so good. I'm so good.
Symbols
That means
of
we get
the
out.
solar system.
You need the sword key. God damn it! No, but to get the sword key, I need the armor key, and to get the armor key, I need the metal object. But I have to combine the metal object with the stone object, and then put it in the and then need to solve a block pushing puzzle, and the zombies bite my dick off.
Oh, that's right. The sun, Saturn.
The Arcana
And
is the
Earth.
means by which all is revealed. Also, by the way,
least
most
that's
people
what
do
I'm
play this
assuming.
route first. Okay.
So this isn't the man symbol. It's a symbol for Mars?
I think so, yes.
I see. Wait, where's Santa?
While Junpei and June talked, Santa had disappeared. He wasn't real. They turned to find him some distance down the hallway. He had gone to check the other doors. Eventually, he reached the last of them and jogged back. It took him only a moment to catch his breath again. Also
Yeah,
spiders!
So, I looked the place over. Here's the deal. None of the other doors open.
Then that must mean...
We only have 2 more doors.
Lotus examined the doors on either side of the larger double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it.
maybe it's the room number.
The door on the left has a B92, and the one on the right says B93. All right, let's open them. I'll open B92.
Okay, I'll get B93 then.
And dead. Junpei put out his hand on the doorknob, and Santa moved to the other door. They made it through the numbered door alive. There was nothing more to be afraid of. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded.
1, 2, 3!
In unison, they pushed against their respective doors. And promptly found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he opened his door. They turned around and saw that the door on the other side was open as well. Though there was another person, his mouth agape. It was Santa.
Hey, it opened.
Yeah, it did.
Junpei and Santa looked at each other.
I didn't expect that.
It was so easy.
Lotus's calm voice broke into their thoughts.
Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan. I can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet.
As she headed for room 93, Lotus continued.
Well, now we have these 2 rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us get out of here. Let's find it. Santa and I will search this room. You 2 take the other one.
All right.
Okay.
Alright, gang, let's split up. Do I have to actually get to play the game? Oh god, the flashing, I hate it. Seek a way out! Okay, video games. What's this? That vase looks expensive. I wonder how much we could get for it. Are you gonna steal it? Hee hee hee. Time to click on things. Jumpy, what are you doing? We don't have time to be relaxing on a sofa. There's gotta be something in this. Matches! Can I search it? Okay. Jumpy looked down blankly what he's holding, then up at June.
Oh yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now?
Yes, I'm fine.
June certainly looked fine.
Let me see your forehead.
Jumpy held his hand on her forehead for a few seconds.
Guess it really has gone down.
Are you worried about me?
This is a perfect time to be flirting. Yes, I guess I am. And now I'm dead! How dare he pick that one! Now he's gonna fucking die! Junpei blushed and giggled.
By the way,
Jun.
Jumpy?
Hmm?
How did you end up here?
What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I?
There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night. You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D-Deck.
Damn straight.
But is that really the truth?
What?
Jumpy, are you hiding something from me?
No, why would I?
Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious.
Sus.
I mean, why would two childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this?
Hey, I could ask you the same thing. Are you hiding something?
What would I hide?
Well, I don't know. Anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know?
You mean like the number of men I've dated?
Junpei's heart stumbled over itself.
Do you want to know?
What? This is the perfect time to be doing this. This is the perfect fucking time. This is the perfect fucking time to be talking about this. Yeah, to admit, he was a little curious.
Don't worry.
She smiled at him.
Only 18. Time 0. Yeah, I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet.
Just a perfectly appropriate conversation when we have a fucking bomb in our stomach! Jin looked a little embarrassed and scratched the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant.
Yeah, I see.
Junpei coughed quietly in as much the same way.
Anyway, I'm not hiding anything. Just like you, Jumpy. When I woke up, I was on D-Deck.
Well, you do have a point. I mean, why did Zero pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school.
I wonder.
June nodded, and for a few moments she had a faraway look of someone deep in thought.
Look for what connects the victims. That will lead you to the culprit. Do you remember Seven saying something like that?
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this must all have something to do with a classmate of ours.
You got any ideas who it might be?
No.
That nerdy kid from home ec. Fuck that guy. I hated him.
If it had something to do with school, then it could be one of our teachers, or maybe the principal.
Or the janitor, or the lunch lady.
No, I can barely remember any of them.
Yeah, I know.
This is very good timing for this. Junpei went back to searching, feeling unpleasant and confused. Elementary school. Elementary school. Was there anything strange that happened in elementary school? As he searched the room, he continued to rack his brain. Okay, I would like to... Thank you. Nothing to be displayed. Looks like the drawers are empty, too. Okay. How do you pronounce this word? Drawers or drawers? Oh. What's this? It's a bottle with water in it. This is a bedroom. They probably have it here because your throat always feels dry when you wake up, you know? My throat's dry, but I think that's because I'm a little nervous right now. Well, we did run a lot, so we're kind of sweaty. Hey, Jumpy, do you want to take a shower Is this why you guys wanted me to play this game? Is this why you wanted me to play this game? What the fuck, chat? What the fuck? Explain. Explain yourselves. I'm waiting. Welcome to the Uchikoshi horniness. Is this why? Do these games actually just suck and everybody's just horny? Someone's made the bed. Or at least never unmade it. There's only bed sheets under the blanket. Nothing exciting. The bed frame. Now we don't have to worry about falling off. I toss and turn when I sleep. She's blessing again. What the hell is she thinking about? Oh my god. Is every game like this? This isn't a painting. Is it a map? It looks like a map of the ship's interior. Oh, this is a great find. I think it'll be really useful. Let's take it with us. It's now possible to use the map screen. The map screen can only be viewed during the story sections. Ship's floor plan, which you acquire over the course of the story. Pressing LS and A will allow you to see a bird's eye view of that room. Junpei took one last look at the map, then folded it and slid it into his pocket. June also looked up as he closed it.
This ship is bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it's probably about 900 feet long.
Must be one of those fancy cruise ships.
Of course, it doesn't really look like a cruise ship. Everything in here is really retro. Even if it's just some sort of style choice, there's just too much.
Do you remember what Zero said?
On April 14, 1912, the famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into an iceberg. After remaining afloat for 2 hours and 40 minutes, it sank beneath the waters of the North Atlantic.
Do you think maybe this boat and the Titanic have something to do with each other?
This is the Titanic 2.
I doubt he would have mentioned it if there wasn't a reason.
Junpei took a moment to look around the room.
Do you think this boat is a replica of the Titanic?
A replica?
Yeah, you know, like a copy of the actual boat.
Who on earth would make something like that?
Fans.
They're actually, the funny thing,
fans.
they literally are making the Titanic 2. Like, they literally are making the Titanic 2. Hold up. Titanic 2 is a planned ocean liner intended to be a functional modern-day replica of the Olympic-class RMS Titanic. The new ship is planned to have a gross tonnage of 56,000, while the original ship only measured... The project was announced by an Australian billionaire, Clive Palmer. Is this the... I wonder if this is the avocado toast. The avocado toast guy. Huh. Are you the avocado toast guy? Let me just, like, Control F avocado. No. Okay, never mind. Disregard. This fandom lost its mind when we found out.
No way. Do you even know how much money that would take?
Yeah, I don't know, Akane. It would take about, It'd take about $500 million. Is now some crazy man going to turn it into... Where the game is not reopening. Did I accidentally close the game? Oh, I accidentally closed the game for some reason. Wait. Why did the game close? I didn't tell it to close. I didn't... Zero Escape, I didn't tell you to close. Why did you do that? Zero Escape, we're gonna have to have a conversation. Like, I didn't tell you to do that. Why'd you close? Zero Escape? Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! Zero Escape. You looked up forbidden knowledge? Ah, I see. I see. Did I break one of the rules? Oh, no, we're good.
No idea. But all they've got to do is break even, you know?
Break even?
Yeah, they could use it as a cruise ship.
Cruise ships are terrible for the environment, by the way. Never go on them.
Climb aboard a piece of history, sail around the world in the resurrected Titanic.
Hell, with marketing like that, they'd probably have more customers than they'd know what to do with.
I guarantee rich people will do that. They'll go on Titanic too.
People would want to ride on a ship with such an ominous past?
Yes, because people are stupid.
It's the site of the worst accident in history. Over 1,500 people died. I wouldn't be surprised if you'd get cursed just for going.
A curse, huh?
Jumpy, do you believe in that sort of thing? You know, curses and stuff?
No, they're a load of crap.
I can't really say I believe in that kind of stuff.
Tact was not one of Junpei's better qualities. You know, maybe don't say that to the astrology girl.
What about you? No, I guess that's kind of a dumb question.
Yes, I do believe in curses.
Yeah, of course you do. Is Mercury in Gatorade today?
In fact, I think it was a curse that sunk the Titanic.
What?
Oh, so so I'm locked in the room with the crazy girl.
A curse sank the Titanic.
Okay.
The curse of the Egyptian mummy.
Okay. Junpei couldn't understand how Junin maintained a straight face to say that.
Supposedly, the Titanic carried the mummy of the priestess Amun-Ra, which was stolen from a pyramid. And they say that the mummy had a history. Everyone involved with it died mysterious deaths. Come on, I'm sure you've heard of it before. Those who open the coffin will be forever cursed. Haven't you ever heard that one?
No.
So you're saying the Titanic sunk because of that curse?
That's right.
June's eyes had lit up with excitement like a child with a new toy. Hey, did I mention?
Stupid.
You know,
I don't buy it.
hey, do you know what? So you know how like the Titanic carried the corpse of Amun-Ra? Our bodies are carrying a bomb.
It's true.
How can you be so sure?
That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. It was really mysterious. Totally unbelievable.
What is so unbelievable about it?
Can I go hang out with Lotus?
Well, supposedly, she was really pretty.
Pretty?
Yes,
But she was a mummy.
that's right. She wasn't all shriveled up or rotten or anything. She almost looked alive.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, it's that thing. I don't remember the name. Where your body turns into some kind of wax? Yeah? The fat in it turns into something kind of like candle wax, right? And...
Yes, saponification, but that's not what it was.
Huh?
That's a Jeopardy answer.
That's not it. She wasn't wax.
Then what was it?
They say that she was frozen.
In Egypt.
What? Frozen?
That's right. The whole body was frozen solid.
In Egypt.
You know how a human body is more than 60% water? Well, all of that water was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic, even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
Is this true, or is this just a rumor? Amun-Ra Titanic. Is this true? Is this real? Don't look things up. No, I wasn't gonna look up Zero Escape. It wasn't Amun-Ra. Okay. Man, this port is kind of duty sometimes. I wasn't looking up, like, I wanted to see if there was any, like, actual factual evidence to that. Because this seems like this entire game seems like the moments in Persona where it's like, hey, here's a random trivia question. Your sexiness has increased. Because now you know that. Can you open back up? Can you open back up, Zero Escape? I need to solve anime puzzles. Is this real count? What? Do a lot of people end up saying that? Thank you.
That's crazy.
I think so too, but maybe it's true and we just didn't know about it before.
Alright.
I didn't...
Yep. Maybe it's common sense to eat shaved ice in the desert because it lasts forever.
Huh? Nah, that seems too silly to be true.
But maybe it isn't. It just appears that way because you didn't know it was true.
Well, yeah.
Jun and Junpei talked a little more and then went back to their investigation to try to get the bombs out of their stomach. But even as they did, his mind went back to what she'd told him.
Ice that doesn't melt, even in the desert? Does something like that really exist? No, even if it did, it wouldn't really be ice anymore, would it?
The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Like he had eaten his ice cream too fast. It's a dresser. There's nothing on top. This is the mirror for the dresser. And now she's playing with her hair. Does she even realize she's doing that? Hey, we don't have time for that. Come on, it's not like there's anyone here you need to impress. Yes, there is. Who? Oh my god. Can I click on this? It's a light. Next to it, we can see. Wow! Wow! This is the bathroom wall. There are square tiles all over it. It looks hideous. It's just a shower head. There's nothing special about it. There's a little blue platform protruding from the wall next to the knobs. It's for putting soap on. I used a shower once, so I know. That's the shower knob. Let's see if anything happens when we turn it. No water's coming out. Now let's check the toilet. There's nothing there. The tank's empty too. There isn't any water in it. Toilet paper! A collection of full and partially depleted rolls of toilet paper. Someone was well prepared. Nothing too suspicious about it. Light. Is there anywhere we didn't check yet? Oh, in a cupboard. There are cups inside, surprising no one. It's a round wooden table. This is a weird looking picture. You think it's an abstract painting or something? Looks kind of like a demon with an elephant-like nose, sucking on a human's brain. Where the hell did that come from? What's her brain made of? Can't say I mind finding out a little more what goes on in there. Oh, is this the picture? Is this... Can I burn it? I want to burn it. I want to burn it. Okay, so clearly it's something with the painting. It's his... There's the other room too. Is there? This one? Nothing left in the frame. I feel like I've clicked on everything. Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay, I guess I can go to the other room. Well, this is a display case. Check it out. These plates and shit look really expensive. You want to take a look? Oh, okay. Looks like a Holstein pattern. Well, that means there's gotta be another one somewhere around here. Yeah, I didn't think I could leave. The room in the back is dark. Aren't there any lights? Huh? There's a light switch, right? Sweet, I could use some light. Shoot, no dice. Think the bulbs are burned out? Either that, or the electricity to this room was deliberately shut off. I don't really give a crap why it doesn't work. It doesn't work, we can't do shit about it. So way too dark in here to see anything. We're going to need some light. Maybe we'll get lucky and find something else that can light this place up. Candle with light stick. This might come in handy. Aha! I can combine that with that. If I use the matches to light the candle. Lit candle! So you lit the candle. I'm sure it'll... yeah. Yeah, I am Junpei. I have discovered fire. It's flat there. At least it won't fall over. Oh, yeah. Good idea. Hey! Got pretty bright. Now we can look around a little. Open! Yes, it worked! Aha! Give me that. Alright, so I gotta find 4 of those shits. Oh, cool, a curtain. 2 pillows in a pile. Oh! Pile of pillows. Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? Hey, calm down! Nope, nothing under the blanket. Hey, what the hell? Just got dark all of a sudden. Maybe the candle got blown out? We should go see. Oh. This candlestick covered what's this? The top of the candlestick looks kind of weird. You're right. It's all bumpy. Oh, that's... okay. Okay, I hope I don't need anything in there. Are you gonna get all the endings? I don't know. Alright, pull that shit open! Give me that.
Hey, Junpei, you got a minute?
Are you gonna tell me your whole life story? Maybe I'll get all the endings. We'll just see.
Here, take this.
Santa pulled something out of his pocket.
Bookmark.
It looked like a bookmark. It had a 4-leaf clover in it.
What is this for? Do you want me to read a book?
What made you want to play this game, cyberbullying?
I found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa. Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it anyway.
Then why don't you hold on to it?
Because I'm not the main character, Junpei.
You know what I hate most in the world? I got 4 things. Hope, faith, love, and luck.
Hope, faith, love, and luck?
Damn straight.
And you hate these things?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Why are you telling me this?
Not really, but...
Junpei tried to figure out how best to phrase what he wanted to say.
What does a bookmark have to do with any of that?
Santa scratched the back of his ear and looked awkward.
Well, see, each leaf on the 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay? And that meaning is pretty much those 4 words.
Cool.
It's like a flower language.
Well, okay.
I guess it's not a flower, is it?
Hey, Lotus, are you normal?
Leaf language, I guess? Yeah, you could call them leaf words.
Lotus, are you normal? I'd like to hang out with you now.
Leaf words.
Junpei looked at the bookmark.
Hope, faith, love, and luck. The meaning of the leaves on a 4-leaf clover.
So, yeah, I want you to take it, okay? Just touching it gives me the creeps. Take the damn thing, alright?
Santa pretended to shiver with disgust and shoved the bookmark into Junpei's confused hands.
Here.
In Japanese, he doesn't like them because 4 is unlucky. Isn't that, what the dude from JoJo's Part 5 had, too? What do you want to do? Oh, I'll take it. After all, why shouldn't he?
Alright, sure. I'll take it.
What was that guy's name? Mista. Yeah, Mista.
Oh, man, I feel a lot better now.
I like Mista. Yeah, Mista was
That
great.
thing was a real pain, you know?
Do you really hate those 4 words that much?
Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know? Hope, faith, love, even your destiny.
What had happened to Santa, Junpei wondered. How had he become such a bitter person? I know what's going to happen to him. He's going to explode. For a moment, they looked at each other.
Well, that's not my
I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I looked at him,
What?
and he looked at me. Did you guys know that there's 33 parts to Trapped in the Closet?
That's not the only
Also,
reason
Rip
I
R.
hate
Kelly.
the four-leaf clover. I just can't bring myself to like the number 4.
What, worried about the Four Horsemen?
Nah, come on, man. That's just silly. Maybe back in the Dark Ages, that kind of crap scared people. But this is the 21st century, and I'm a 21st century guy.
And I dress like a totally normal human from the 21st century with my many, many scarves. I love how Mista gets shot by his own stand the more people he tries to shoot. Yeah, Mista gets shot in the head like 5 times and he lives.
I'm a little insulted.
Then why do you hate 4 so much?
'Cause it's a half-ass number.
Okay.
Not the best or the worst. That's why.
Okay.
What?
9 is a way better number.
Didn't you go through the 4? Didn't you go through the 4 door?
So what if it's last place, right? At least it's not some lame-ass...
Spoilers? It's not
number.
spoilers! You don't know how it happens.
What are you...
Santa's explanation made no sense. Junpei was even more confused than before. Okay, how...
You play?
Play?
You mean like gambling?
You mean like gambling?
Yeah, of course. What else would I need?
Video games, football, with yourself, with your food, board games, solitaire, cards, checkers, chess. There's lots of things that you could play.
In Baccarat, the best possible hand totals 9. They call it Le Grand. But the lowest, most worthless cards, zeros, they call Monkey.
Just like the guy in charge of this game, huh? Zero's a monkey.
Santa blinked, utterly stunned.
What?
And began to laugh.
The guy who trapped us in here sure is one hell of a monkey.
That was when Lotus spoke up.
You know, if you think about it, the nonary game is really a lot like Baccarat.
Apparently, she had been listening.
Of course, it doesn't use any of that stupid digital root junk. You just drop the tens digit, and that's it. Still, it does have the same idea of your final number needing to be a single digit.
Oh, yeah. I guess you got a point.
Oh god. Is this game gonna teach me how to play like Sudoku or something? Not Sudoku, what is that game with the tiles that nobody knows how to play? What is that game?
And in both games, whoever has 9 wins.
The person who makes 9 wins?
Wait, did you forget already? Don't you remember what Zero said?
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Mahjong, that's it.
So,
does anybody know how to play Mahjong, like, anywhere? I have a theory that people sit down to play Mahjong, and nobody actually knows how to play. So, like, everybody sits down to play a game of Mahjong. And nobody knows how to play, but they don't want to admit that they don't know how to play. So what you do, is the person who wins Mahjong sits down, and, like, they put down the tiles, and they, like, just make up a word. Like, they're just like, okay, with this combination, I got a gobbledygook. And then, like, the person to the left is like, nah, I got a what's-a-mahoo's-it. And then, like, it's all a matter of, like, who is the most... Because nobody knows what the rules are, but nobody wants to admit that they don't know the rules. So all you gotta do is be more confident when you're putting down your tiles and being like, I win. And whoever is the most confident, wins. Because as soon as you're not confident, like, you can't risk challenging what the other person put down, because you don't actually know how to play, but they might know how to play. So, like, you put down your numbers and you're like, no, this beats yours, but you can't afford to be wrong. So it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, yes. It's all about just being really confident in what you, and just, like, and whatever the most creative word you can just make up.
We have to make a team whose numbers have the digital root of 9.
And only the people in that team are going to make it out alive.
Of course. That's why it's called the nonary game.
Oh, did we fuck up?
What?
Huh?
You don't know? Nonary means something derived from 9, or base 9. It's derived from the Latin prefix nona, which means 9. While we're at it, the prefix for 1 is uni. You know, like the unicorn, the horse with 1 horn. 2 is bi, like binary. Binary means composed of 2 parts. 3 is tri. I'm sure you've heard that one plenty. Like trio, triple, and triangle. You get the idea. After that, you have quart, quinty, sext, septum, and so on. And of course the prefix for 8 is octo, like octopus. It's called that because it has 8 legs. Get it?
I see. So then Nona means 9.
Lotus nodded.
So, how many of us are trapped on this ship?
That'd be 9.
Well,
And what are the bracelet numbers we have?
They go from 1 to 9.
And our time limit? How many hours did we have?
Zero said 9 hours.
And finally, to get out of this ship.
We need to find the door with a 9 that's hidden somewhere in the ship.
By making a team with the digital root of 9.
Lotus nodded
And
again.
there you have it.
Can you add everybody together? Like, what's... Oh my god, 9 person, 9 hours, 9... No, no way. Wait, hold on. Can we... So, can we all make it? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. Yeah, we can all make it! We can all make it, guys! As long as none of us die, we're fine.
The number 9 is everywhere in this game. He's got a real theme of 9s for this whole thing. No wonder it's called the Nonary game.
And 9 guy could have lived too. Somewhere far away, Junpei heard the creak of stressed metal. It sounded almost like Zero laughing at them, or the sad, desperate scream of a pig headed to the slaughterhouse. Well, but only a certain number of people can go through a door. Oh, does the 3 to 5 thing still work? So it has to be 4 people then, right? So who do we have with us? So I have... So right now with the people that we have with us, we don't make a 9. Lotus is 8. I am 5. That's 13 plus 9. Now we only have so but Santa and Akane can make it. Give me that shit. Take it! Fine. I have a curtain. What's up? You going back already? I can't just leave Dune there by herself. This game actively punishes you for doing premature math. You're creeping me out. Whatever, man. I'm going. Hi, I'm back! What can I do with a curtain? Can I light the curtain on fire? Actually, let me look at that item. There's some metal rings on this. I could probably hang a pole with some hooks on it. The thing's pretty big. Huh, hey! Look, Jumpy. There's a hole in the curtain, like a bug chewed through it or something. I need to go to the bathroom still. Do these work? I tried turning it, but no water comes out. Whoa, look, Junpei! There's a mushroom growing out of the wall. That's a shower head. So he has not taken a shower before. Is that the implication? There's a curtain rod running along the ceiling. Let's put the shower curtain on those hooks. Let's try spreading the curtains. Wow, that's a pretty obvious peephole. Somebody's really dedicated. The hole this big, you gotta wonder if they maybe wanted to be caught. So you're saying maybe the one who gets spied on was into that shit? Maybe they were like into one of those home invasion fantasies. Home invasion. Interesting, I see. That specifically is my kink. So I gotta, like, obviously, like, look through the door, right? Or look through this, right? Looks like it's 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. 5th from the top, 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 3rd to the right. 5th from the top, 3rd from 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 the right, but it's gonna be mirrored. Oh, it just remembered for me. Ah! Alright, I'm gonna cheat. And I'm going to use my fancy, cell phone! Cell phone. There we go. Okay, cool. Yes, I'm cheating. Shut up. There you go, I did it. I did it! And there goes a friend. What's this? What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? It's a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something, you know? Anyway, let's take a look. I think there's something inside. A key! Junpei messed around with the key they had and looked blankly at the picture that slid down.
What's the deal with this picture, anyway?
Santa had only been mumbling to himself, but it drew Lotus's attention. She looked at the picture and paused.
I think I've seen this picture before.
Where?
In a book. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory. I saw this picture in his book.
What's this interesting theory?
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Here we go, the best and most important conversation in the whole game. Okay.
Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it is giving me a headache.
Okay, why don't you talk about why the number 4 is bad, asshole? Lotus merely arched an eyebrow in his direction and continued.
It's not a difficult concept to grasp. In essence, he states that the shape of living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye.
What part of that isn't difficult, exactly?
Lotus did not look pleased.
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
Telepathy?
Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it's close enough for a simple approximation.
Santa suddenly burst into laughter.
Are you serious? Telepathy? Who do you think we are? Kids from the 70s?
I mean, you dress like somebody from, like... I don't even know. I'm drawing a blank on how to make fun of you, Santa.
I can't believe someone would actually do serious research on something like that.
So, funny thing, the Russians actually did.
Yes, I agree.
The Russians during the Cold War actually tried to, like, make telepathic soldiers. It didn't work. Lo's response was surprisingly curt. Junpei had expected at least some conflict.
I read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. I'm in no position to defend or condemn anything it said. It was probably just someone latching onto a statistical outlier from some study and turning it into a ridiculous theory.
Yeah, who would do that? Who would ever do that?
There's no scientific merit to any of it, I'm sure. But even so, Anyway, I saw a picture like that one in his book.
Lotus indicated the picture they'd all been looking at. At that moment, she walked up to the strange picture, examined it, and then spoke and exploded because we took way too much time.
What do you think this picture looks like?
Santa answered first.
What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something like that? It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there.
What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you?
I guess it looks like...
I don't know. I don't see any of this shit. I don't see anything. What's Fun Europe? What's this? What's Fun Europe? What's this? I don't. Fun European.
See? I mean, this totally looks like one. Right here.
That's a thing that you get in Sudoku. After 3 seconds of silence, Lotus looked at Jin.
What the hell is a Funyarimpa?
Dog and Rampa.
What do you mean? What the hell is a Funyarimpa? You mean you don't know?
How the hell would I know?
How could you not know?
Why are you basically naked?
That's practically blasphemous. Oh, say you're sorry. Apologize to the Funyarimpa. Goodness, you are such a rude woman.
After another 3 awkward silence went by, Lotus opened her mouth as she shook.
Junpei, are you just screwing around? Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you. This is a dog.
What?
See? Like this.
Okay. Because she was kidnapped on the way to dance practice. Okay. It was a dog. Santa also nodded in agreement.
So, now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us.
Lotus nodded and began to speak.
A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once. They took 2 similar pictures. Both of them were difficult to identify, initially. But once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else. These 2 pictures. The first was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog. So, their experiment. First, they sent the picture to other parts of the world, outside the reach of British airwaves.
Look at the name of the emote. Oh, yeah, you're in.
To Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc. Then, in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects, roughly 1,000 people. They were shown the 2 pictures and asked, what does this picture look like to you? The results weren't really interesting on their own. 9.2% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. 3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture. Then, 2 days later, they aired a new program on their show. During the 30-minute show, they broadcast the dog picture and its solution. The audience was estimated to be 200,000 people. After the broadcast, it was a safe bet that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture was at least that many. After another 2 days passed, they gathered more research subjects from areas outside the reach of British TV and radio. This time, they only found a sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them had participated in the first test. They were, however, given the same tests and the same 2 pictures. The results were startling. 10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. The previous test sat at a 9.2% success rate. Not much of a change statistically. The dog picture, however, produced a very different result. The percentage of people able to successfully find the dog it went from 3.9% to 6.8%, a very significant increase.
Okay, that's interesting.
So do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment? There was no way the second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and couldn't have seen it. But even so, it was only the success rate for the dog picture that went up. Why? How did that happen? What does it mean?
What are reproducible results? Lotus looked back and forth from Junpei to Santa and back again. Normally calm and collected, she looked now as though she were very nearly possessed, and there was something manic about her manner. Santa took an involuntary step backward. Junpei didn't budge and stared straight back into Lotus's eyes.
Oh, wait, does this have something to do with that field? Or whatever it was that you were talking about earlier? A field not visible to the eye. So, if more people know the answer, then that information will pass through the field. Huh.
Huh. Ha. Ha.
Psych!
Her manner suddenly shifted, and Lotus smiled broadly at Junpei and Santa. She waved her hand dismissively, doing her best to laugh the whole confrontation off.
I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me seriously.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the things I just told you about are true. They really did happen. But the results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them. In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station after all.
At last, it seemed that Santa had gained control of his composure.
Right! Man, I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute. I, really thought you were serious.
Of course not. Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience.
Oh, okay, right.
Santa and Lotus laughed and gave one another a jovial claps on the shoulder. Heh. Heh. Junpei, however, didn't feel so much like laughing. Something felt wrong. Unclear.
All right, enough nonsense. We've got the key. Let's get out of here.
Word.
Did I do the thing? Lotus and Santa walked away from the picture, but Junpei stayed staring at the picture of the dog.
Huh. A field not visible to the naked eye. Morphogenetic field.
The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. All right, let's go to the hallway. I'll go get June. You guys head to the door. Okay. Roger that. Yes, it unlocked. Good job, Junpei. Good, now we can get going. Come on, what are you guys standing around for? Let's get out of here. Come on, Junpei, let's go. You found it! Ah. Okay. I found it! Yay! Okay. I think that this is a good time as any to end the stream. I've been streaming for about 3 hours. This was fun. This was fun. Thank you all very much for coming out to see this nonsense of me talk about anime puzzle game. I'll see this through. I'm going to play this every single Monday for the foreseeable future. So thank you for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. But yeah, if you had fun tonight and you haven't already, please consider leaving a follow. We're trying to grow the community. We would love very much for you to be a part of it. You'll get updates on when we are live next. We're going to be back on Friday with more of the crowd control run of Pokemon Red and Blue. So if you were having fun last time, make sure you tune in for that. And then Saturday is most likely the conclusion of Metal Gear Solid 3. Thank you very much for watching. This is SubSeed 77, signing off.